What's up, Jordan Downs, man? What's the deal, man? Yeah, we on here. Wait till these people get in here, man. We finna discuss all this. There's too many people on the internet, man. Like trying to be somebody, have no voice in the streets. That's the type of shit a nigga on today, man. There's too many people speaking on everything, man. Make sure y'all hit that like. Y'all come in, share the live, man. Let's get it going.
The Google crew.
Make sure y'all share the live, man. Hit that like button, man. We get this shit going. Let's get this thing going. Is it too early? I'm waiting on the trolls to pop out. So we can address them too. What's up, Jordan Dales, man? Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in, man. Share the live. Share the live so we can share the knowledge. I got a few things to speak of, like far as people being out here and trying to have a voice on YouTube. I have no voice on the streets. What's the deal? Make sure y'all share that live, hit that like button when y'all come in, man, so we get this going. What's up, Jordan Dales? Everybody coming in, man. Let me see that shit. What's up, Jordan Downs? Hit that like button, hit that share button when y'all come in. We get this going, man. Shout out to Louisiana, man. Salute. Salute to Louisiana, man. We finna get it in. We finna talk about how it's a lot of people on here that's nobody in the streets, have no voice in the streets, and they make YouTube account and they become high power gangster or disreputable OG. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand that part yet. Make sure y'all smash that like, hit that share button. Let's get it going, man. Y'all got some input to put in on me. Gonna hop in them comments, man. What's the deal, man? What's the deal? I ain't doing that, man. Going live addressing the fact that, no, man, it's a lot of nobodies out here trying to be somebody. It make a channel and go ape ass, like, on everything. A lot of these cats can't even speak in their own session. They don't got a voice, but on YouTube they find a place to find a voice. Yeah, they will just start speaking on all type of stuff, reckless shit, like stuff that they won't speak on in the streets. But we listening and we well tapped in, like, so. A lot of people do get addressed when they pop out, they pop off the internet, man. It's a lot of dudes that need to be addressed about a lot of stuff they've been saying and the way they've been conducting themselves and acting on the internet, like they basically somebody. See, look, check it. A lot of people ain't gonna tell you this. Like, in every section, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It's a certain pack. It's certain type of individuals that do certain things, and then you got certain individuals that's not allowed inside of those packs. And the ones that are not allowed inside of those packs, those are the ones that jump on, the internet and become high power. Off top, salute, man, salute. But yeah, you know, a lot of these people are part of the secret society. They secret gangsters. We don't know that on the street, but when you get on YouTube, you find out how people present themselves. Like, it's a lot of people on here presenting themselves like, they shouldn't be presenting themselves because they don't present themselves like that in the streets. The real gangsters don't get on the internet and pop it anyway. You got to get out here and teach the youth, man. Like, don't promote the violence. Like, don't talk about your hood business out here, man. Don't do it. The police watch this shit more than we do. So they got a team that's sitting in the room right now that's watching, and they watching your channels, especially the ones that's talking about all that shit. They watching you. So you dry snitching. Can't be dry snitching, man. You can't be getting over here and talking about what's going on in the streets, as far as like the gang wars, the beef, and who did what, who not who. You know, but there's a lot of names that been popping up on the internet. I've been watching. I've been like, damn, for real, straight up. Like I did all that juvenile shit, that YA shit, that camp shit, that prison shit, and all that county jail. So I seen a lot of these dudes on some weird shit in jail, and they out here on the streets, and they get on the internet. You know, maybe I ain't seen them since we've been in jail because they ain't been in the streets, but they've been out for a few years. So you see them on YouTube, and then they make these accounts and they go big until they get exposed. Just make sure y'all keeping the G out there, man. Make sure you being yourself. If you gonna be on YouTube, just be on YouTube. Like, don't be on here faking tough and acting like you that guy, because that's how niggas gonna run up on you. It's how you present yourself. If you present yourself like you with all the bullshit and you dissing niggas hoods and, know what I mean, trolling, doing all the fuckery, then it's not cool. For sure. Salute to my nut hoods, man. Salute to Watts. Salute to the whole Watts. Straight up, man. I've been the same nigga my whole life. Like, I ain't with all that rah rah shit, but I'm with the action and all that. When I have to be with the action, like I just ain't out there asshole backwards, like asking for it. You know what I mean? I ain't asking for a life sentence because that's what's gonna happen. Cause I'm not gonna let nobody do nothing to me. What's the deal, man? Salute, man. Salute. I'm just sitting here popping it. You know what I mean? For a little moment, man. I just been getting on the fact that it's a lot of people that's coming on the internet, and it's a lot of nobodies trying to be somebody, like, and they setting themselves up for failure because you got to answer to what you say and the shit you do on this motherfucker too. You might not be in the streets, but you got to come outside. You got to go to the store and all that. Yeah, Whack 100, man. That nigga straight confidential informant, straight mark. I don't know no grown man that sit there and just ponder on the youth. Like, you ponder on tearing the gang culture down, basically. Like, that's like one of those dudes that was in jail and got violated. Something happened to him, man. They probably played with that boy in jail or something and did some shit to him because he hate gangbangers in his own little way. But he want to be like he's somebody. So we get on here on Pyro, We don't believe that shit not one time. And he got his moments where he like, I'm not a gangbanger. Them politics don't apply to me. So that meaning you either with it or you not. Oh man. But in his case, he already got voted out, man. Ain't no Crips fucking with him, man. Don Moose ain't even fucking with him out here. Like, don't nobody even know him, man. Straight up. He working with a rat in the public. And I'm telling you, he on Clubhouse and he wanna address everything in Clubhouse. And he getting everybody paperwork. And not only that, this dude is exposing like gang intel on that motherfucker. He's saying names, who did what. They like talking about stories on there. I ain't never met nobody that just made a whole page on, we gonna talk about what's going on in the streets and who is who and what is what. Like, man, you think the police ain't in there watching? Like, if he wasn't fucking with the police, they'd still be watching. But he fucking with the police because he comfortable saying a lot of shit. He threatening niggas' lives and all that type of shit. Know what I mean? Online. And he just know that they with that extortion shit and all that shit. Like, so a lot of people not even paying attention to that. But this dude ain't nobody though. On the set, I've been going in and out the system my whole life. Like, I've been in the streets my whole life. I'm gonna be 40 years old this year, so I ain't never ran into him, bumped into him. You know what I mean? Not on no street shit. I ain't seen him in nobody hood. I just started seeing this dude on the internet. You know what I mean? He just popped on the internet with that oatmeal face, that lumpy ass face, like look like he ain't even been getting water, like a nigga been starving him, had him in the corner somewhere. But I be tripping off that shit, man. But he spoke on the set before we got on his head and was really on him, like, and put that pressure to him, and he turned it down, like he went ghost. But he only play on Clubhouse, and you play like that, a motherfucker gonna catch you out there. You gonna be out at one of these concerts or doing something. Ain't nobody doing no talking because you already said enough. It's like I don't know nobody that'll get that many people. He trying to take people down. Like that's why he trying to get into it with certain people. He trying to take you down. But he not gonna get into it with the real OGs that's really with the pull up and really with the shit and could really make phone calls. He just gonna know what I mean. That's why he go at the youth. He go at the young dudes. And some OGs that's gone, that's in jail, locked away, they can't really make no moves. You know what I mean? Or really call no plays. So he know what pack to pick on. It's a lot of dudes on here doing that right now. Though. My thing is, why make a page just to get on here and troll and put your face on the internet so people could know who you are, and you don't know who everybody is. 'Cause you ain't the one getting watched. Know what I mean? They just looking at you like, damn, this the nigga face, and you don't see who watching you. So when you out there slipping, you wonder why niggas mean mugging you or looking at you. But you know, you putting yourself on the internet like that. Well, he embarrassing the whole music industry. He embarrassing the gang culture. He embarrassing the streets. It's like people could go so long. It's like when Suge Knight was out trying to pull his little powerhouse shit and mark niggas out and do shit, like they kind of went against him and voted him out. Now you got this dude coming on the internet, you know what I mean, putting gay allegations on people, fake paperwork up, you know what I mean, blowing his hood up, and ain't nobody on his end really got to him or trying to get to him. Like this dude working with them boys, straight up. Shout out to Hunter Park, man. Salute, man. Salute. But yeah, man, it's like this dude crazy. He playing with himself. But I'm just on here addressing that type of shit, man, because I be seeing that shit, and then some shit I just don't be want to address because a lot of people be putting a lot of stuff out that they shouldn't be putting out. Like we all grown men and young men and grown women and young ladies growing up, man. Like who wants to focus on another motherfucking life? Who got that much time? Like you know, y'all be want nigga want to see something that's shooting some game. Like I want to hear somebody pop that real shit. Don't nobody want to hear nobody just talk about nobody all the time. Like. About the peace stuff, like that comes with a lot. Like so, it was a lot of lives lost in those type of wars, and it takes a lot of people to put their heads together. It takes more than two or three or a handful. So right now, as you see on the internet, like the gang culture is done with. Like everybody against each other, everybody trolling. It's not nobody really being no real men out there and setting up no real programs for the youth. Like when I was growing up, they had like little after school programs and little places you could go to shoot, you know what I mean, shoot Karens and play pool and you know what I mean, all that young nigga shit, man. That they don't got that no more. So it's like I don't know what these dudes doing. Like the gang culture, it's all fucked up. I'm gonna keep it G with you, man. It's like, you know what I mean? It's out of our hands. It's up to the, you know what I mean, youth to get it together. And then the cold part about it, they off drugs. These young dudes, they off crystal now. So you know, they ain't off them old school drugs. They off this man-made drug, and they like 18, 19, 20 years old, looking like they 50, 60 years old. Like, so I've been out like probably 6 years, going on 7, and I done seen a lot of shit. Like far as going in, and when I came home, it was a lot of young dudes out there off that crystal and moving around looking like straight bums. Like they let the drug take control of them. You know, I don't down nobody that do their own little shit, but if the drug doing you, then something wrong. If you can't control it and conduct yourself in a certain way that you need to conduct yourself, then you don't need to be doing drugs. But drugs ain't for nobody. That shit for the birds. For real. For real. Back in our days, it was like we sold the drug. Like a drug back in the days, like crack, PCP, like Sherman and shrooms and pills and all that other shit. Like that shit was weird to you. Like they called you a crackhead. If you got caught hitting the primo, hitting the Sherman stick, you was like basically voted out. Like you got DP kicked in your ass. It's like now you got the OGs getting high with the youth. And reason why I say that because people 5 years younger than me and 10 years younger than me is considered OG. So them dudes is the dudes that got lost in the system and lost, you know what I mean, trying to do their own thing and then fell out of the structure and they stuck doing drugs. And shit, it's fucked up. Like drug took control of the motherfucking gang culture. For real. Only you was smoking weed. They was smoking weed back in the days. I'm saying like in the 80s and the early 90s and all that, they was smoking weed and drinking 40 ounces of like beer, all that like silver satin night train. Like they weren't doing all this type of shit. Nigga wasn't even exposed to that. Like it was like made to be like sold. Like to us when it was dropped off, boom, oh, I get some money off of that. It wasn't we about to get high. Like that's really some crackhead shit. Motherfuckers was on the party line back in the days. Know what I mean? Trying to get some cuckoo, smoking big weed. Know what I mean? Doing everything like really wilding out, chilling out. Like it was really fun. Like I remember when they opened up the blue line, we would just jump on the blue line just to go to the malls and all that and catch fades and catch dudes and beat them up. Like that was like the old days. Like a lot of dudes. Like now, how we know who the real dudes is because I've been in the streets. I grew up in this culture, like farthest on the streets and in the jail system. So we know who the busters is. We know who the marks is, man, straight up. And just because people swept it under the rug, we still know what you did. Like we ain't never forgot, and we ain't never gonna forget. But back in the days, gang banging was serious. Like people was getting knocked down, and you ain't never know who did it. Like nowadays, when somebody get knocked down in the gang culture, you find out the same day they on social media. Somebody gonna post rest in peace him and whoop de whoop killer. Like, come on, it ain't hard for the police to crack the cases now. That's why so many young dudes in jail right now. For real, man. We got to get on this, man. But like, what people fail to realize, like, my purpose was like getting on here and making a page was like addressing like these type of issues because I really wasn't into the internet shit. I left it alone for a minute. I used to do music, do all type of shit and fuck around, and you know, I lost interest in it because it came like a different type of thing. The internet first, when it first was out, it was like people was making a platform trying to get monetized to make money off this shit and put their music on here, shoot music videos, and it was funny skits like, you know, y'all remember Mr. Pregnant? Mr. Pregnant, yeah. I'm talking about back in the day, the internet was funny and cool, like and money making. Now it's like you could get on here and they set it up like that for you. You can make a platform and you get all these views and this watch time because if you talk about all this negativity, they gonna put it out. And if you think a lot of this stuff violates the guidelines of uploading videos, and they still upload this stuff because at the end of the day, they're making money off of this, and they like feeding everybody poison because anybody could get on YouTube and watch YouTube. Your kids, you know what I mean? Shit, the kids around you is watching this stuff. They get on the phone and make fake accounts like they grown, and you don't do no face verification when you make all these social media. So they watch this. So watching this type of stuff, plus the movies and these rappers, man, it's crazy. That's why they mind so corrupted. Yeah, and colors the movie on everything. For real. Like the coaches, you could tell the coaches back in the days. Like, you know, on the East Coast, they had they certain ways they dressed. It was dope. And then you had the West Coast where we dressed and it was dope. So it's like we mixed our cultures. And a lot of people, when they made the internet, that's when it really changed. Like, I ain't gonna lie, people start really being exposed to how other people been, and they start creating gangs. That's how, like, a lot of gangs out here is in different states. It's crazy. And then you got these people out here that's gonna feed them, you know what I mean? The fake game and fake like they somebody, you bump into somebody on the internet and you claiming they hood and you out of state. You don't even know that this dude straight buster. But he gonna make it seem like he big whoopty whoop, and you know, fall up under me, and all the time you don't fall up under somebody that don't even have a voice. I mean, in a sense, straight up. So you gotta watch who you fuck with. You gotta really tap in. If you out here in these streets and you tapping in with people, don't tap in with them because of their YouTube, man. Because anybody could get some footage, go to their hood, and you know everybody know when you point the camera and anybody hood, everybody gonna jump in front of it and pop it and say they little shit. So it's gonna look like it's booming. Like me personally, I don't like doing that part of it. Like far as you know what I mean, recording and exposing game because you got these youngsters that's gonna jump in front of the camera and throw all these gang signs up with the fuck you finger and you know what I mean? I don't want that type of image for myself. So at the end of the day, I've been gaining my footage and I got a lot of footage, you know what I mean, in my set. And I'm getting certain individuals and letting them, you know what I mean, pop some positive shit and how they rebuilding the hood. I'm doing a whole review on that, like, and I'm throwing all them clips in there together. But I'm basically trying to wake the streets up, man. Out here, you know what I mean, it's a dirty game, man. They setting you up for the, you know what I mean, for the long run. You gonna go to prison on everything. You gonna get a CDC number. They say there's so many people in prison. It used to be single numbers like GF869 or you know what I mean, something like that. Like, but now they got AB, whoopty whoop whoop, all the way to BHG, all that stuff. Like they double letter numbers now. So they got so many young dudes that's sitting waiting for the chain in the county right now, and it's taking long for them to leave because the prisons is packed, man. They sending you out of state. I'm trying to tell you, they gonna get you. Look, I'm telling you, like I've been out 6 years going on 7, but I just went in there. I was just in there when they closed East Max down and sent everybody to Medium North. And let me tell you something, man. They got their own dorm, so when they did that, they broke East Max up. And when you go, if anybody been to Medium North, you know you go in there, and when they bring the new people in there, everybody lay down like Superman and face the wall. So the dorm getting filled up. So when the dorm got filled up, everybody could get up. And when you look, it's no, I mean, it's Gray Street, Bonnianas, East Coasts, Swans, like Hoovers, gangsters, like everybody. You already know, man. It's finna go up, and everybody gotta perform. It's crazy because the police got cameras in there, so you can't fight like you used to. Cause they right when you get down, they come in there and get you anyway. So it's like you gotta go through bullshit in that motherfucker. Then a lot of niggas is marked out, and they be jumping dudes and going, you know what I mean, catching dudes, and they pack them out. But you got to go to court. This is the thing. And when you go to court, you got to get called, go down that long hallway, go through that, and go, you know what I mean, and go into the holding tank. So whatever court you going to, you going to for sure run into them niggas. Straight up. So if you ain't in there catching your head ups and catching your fair 3 fades the right way, then, you know what I mean, it's all bad for you. But yeah, I'm just in here popping it right now and lighting y'all on that OG shit, that back in the day shit. Like, it ain't nothing like it was in the 90s, man. The 90s was cold. The 80s was even colder, though, because the 80s was like that dope era when everybody was getting money. So if you was born like in the early 80s or the beginning of the 80s, when you hit the 90s, you was already booming because you learned all that drug dealer shit, man. Back in the days, it was like being players. It was like you was either getting money and fucking hoes, riding new cars. Niggas had big ass rims on old cars. Like, for real. Straight up, man. Salute, man. Like, when I'm on here, if I get on here and I'm going live, I'm just popping all real stuff. Like, I talk about real issues. Like a lot of people ain't gonna get on here and say this stuff because they want to glorify and make it seem like they cool. Like this type of shit make you look back at yourself and be like, that was some bozo ass shit. Like, you know what I mean? You put your life on the line for some shit, and you gotta stick and stay down loyal. That's if you're a real one. So you get caught up in this gang culture and you loyal, it's crazy. You stuck, and everybody know you either gonna get killed or you gonna go to jail or you gonna get paralyzed or you gonna be one of the ones that slip through the cracks by keeping it real and still taking care of your family, your kids, and all that. Like, if you taking care of your kids and you doing what you supposed to do as a man, getting up, making sure your family good, then you're gonna slide through the cracks. Because I've been sliding through the cracks, man. Straight up. For real. Real gangsters ain't even gonna speak on what they did. You're not finna catch me on here glorifying no story that I did that's out of the context of, being a normal citizen. Like, I'm not gonna talk about no crimes I did. Straight up. Yeah, you ain't lying. Big Bro TV, man. You ain't never lied. Salute, man. Salute. I'll be watching you, man. Straight up. Man. He ain't never lied. Like they sprung out. Like a lot of I could look back at a lot of my day ones, and just because you day one, I just want to say that. Just because you day one, that don't mean you A1. Because everybody got some shit they did. It just depends on if you did some mark shit or some weirdo type stuff. But this game, man, I'm telling you, man, I got a lot of shit to say. I got like so many reviews that I just be holding back, but it's crazy, man. And I'm just watching right now, and I'm zeroing in on everybody that's on here, and they, you know what I mean, feeding the youth that bullshit. Because at the end of the day, these dudes, they not really out there in the streets. Like they behind that camera. How you think they got so much time to make so many videos and entertain so much bullshit? Like they really ain't got nothing going. Like besides maybe doing a normal. And some dudes ain't even doing a normal shit. They just getting up. Niggas ain't brushing their teeth, washing their ass, getting up, throwing on clothes and spraying on cologne, putting deodorant on and tearing ass. And they out there in the streets. They just living fast. Like, you know? But yeah, straight up, man. Let me tell you something too. Look, it's like the police, they gonna let this shit go on because it saved them for having to get up and put the hard effort in because they gonna let you do what y'all gonna do. They gonna let y'all shoot each other up and do all that, and they gonna let you post all this shit on the internet so they could crack the case and get the credit. You sending these people kids to college, man. Straight up. And YouTube dangerous. Like YouTube really dangerous. Like you can't be on here doing that because I done ran into so many people that I be seeing on YouTube. It's like, say for instance, I was just in Walmart and it's a dude that be on here and he be popping some shit. So he's down the aisle. I go the opposite way, come because he's going that way. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, so I hit him with the, man, don't I know you from somewhere? He like, nah, nah. I know you. He like, nah, nah. I'm like, don't you be on YouTube? And guess what he said? Nah, nah. What you mean, nah, nah? No, I don't be on YouTube. I don't even do the internet. Man, I popped the phone up and boom, went to it. And he looked, oh yeah, it's an old video. Yeah, you just posted this shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, dudes don't know what they said and who you are and if they trolled you before. So I let him know you ain't trolled me, but yeah, watch your ass, my nigga. Cause you out here slipping. Yeah, Facebook is the like that's the FBI right there. And Facebook, that's the indictments, man. Everybody on there. I don't even do Facebook. Facebook, that account I have, I just post my kids. Like I just post a picture of my kids, fatherhood, like shit like that. I don't post none of that gang shit, none of that other stuff. I don't really post that nowhere. I just get on the internet and get on YouTube and I pop this positive stuff. Like that's just about it. What you gonna do? Indict me for telling the people that this shit ain't cool? That y'all setting us up for failure and all that? Like, no, I'm gonna wake the streets up, like straight up. Like the police out here, they playing a dirty game, man. It's dudes got they coming with you get 100 years, 200 years, 2, 3 life sentences. Like this shit crazy. Yeah, we don't fuck with no good grace though. Straight up, man. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to all y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, share the live, man. Get this out here, man. Because at the end of the day, people sit up and watch bullshit all day. So you're gonna have a lot of these dudes, because I done had them pop in my lives, and they'll pop in there and they just look like they won't never say nothing, because they know their mentality not gonna match mine, and the person they presenting themselves on here, they not really like that, because you know it's not hard to tell, especially when you know what I mean, you're an older cat and you still got connections with a lot of people you did time with. That's basically what it be. So you could get online and in front like you this type of person, but you can't act like nobody know you off camera. You know what I mean? Everybody know you. And the first people gonna notice you and watch you is the people that know you, because they might be scrolling through and, oh yeah, especially if you putting your shit as your hood, somebody gonna scroll through and stop, and you gonna have to answer to that. You be popping that high power shit, huh? They gonna press you, especially if you a nobody. And my thing is, like, I'm gonna get on the female topic of it. Like, the female topic of it, like, what is a woman's purpose to be a gangbanger? You know, I always sat up and thought about that growing up, like, and looking at the women, like, there be some beautiful women out here, and they go tattoo their faces up and they change their language and start dressing in different ways, and they think that's cool. It's only cool for the time being when they growing up in it and they fucking their face up and they young and they got, know what I mean, they body shape, they got some form to their body. So you got people that's looking at that. So you only good until you have a kid by one of your homies, and then you have a baby by somebody else. And now you just got two, three kids, four kids, and you stuck in the gang culture. You ain't got no education, no high school diploma. All you got to talk about is all the hair you ripped out from fighting and gang fights. Like my thing is, like, what is a woman's purpose? Like, far as being in the gang culture, like, what can you teach your son? Like, being a woman, being in the gang culture, what can you teach him? Only thing you could teach him is what you see and what you think that's cool, because you're not a man. You can only look around and be like, whatever that you attracted to, that's what women try to embed in their son. Like, you trying to make him into a person that you would like. How about let him be him and make yourself into a person that everybody likes? Like, women, like, I salute them. I take my hat off to them. They you know what I mean? They do their thing, the real ones. But the ones that stay stuck in the culture, like, it's all bad. Like, I got homegirls that used to bang and do all the stuff with us, beat dudes up with us, and you know what I mean? But they changed their life. Like, they didn't get all that them bullshit tattoos on their face and all that. They, you know what I mean? If they did, they changed their life fully. Like, they doing good. Like, they getting money. But the ones that just think it's cool to say cuz, blood on this, on that, on Hoover, on this, on all them different hoods, like, that shit is disgusting, not sexy. That's why they get cheated on, because they don't realize, because it's only cool to a certain extent, but when it's time to get sexy and all that, she don't know how to get sexy. She just know how to get nasty. You know what I mean? They just think giving oral and doggy and missionary, know what I mean, is the shit. How about, know what I mean, meeting a real woman that knows how to greet a man and address a man, and when you go into her house, she's gonna welcome you and she's gonna know how to welcome you. Know what I mean? Most of them be sitting around smoking weed, drinking, loud music, live, the kids running around. Like, come on, you gotta wake up. Like, you can't keep going through the same shit. It's like a cycle. They sit back and see what happened back in the days, and then it comes to, like, they turn and they do the same thing that they said they wasn't gonna do. You know, the stuff they laughed at in junior high at people mamas and older sisters, they're doing the same thing on everything. And it's like you said, why would I want to be with somebody that do everything I do? Like, you want to smoke what I smoke, you want to smoke my weed, you want to drink when I drink. You know what I mean? Straight up, man. Like, you get with these women now, like you said, you got to clean the house. Like, if you just sit there, it's not gonna get done. It's not gonna get done. They not raised like back in the days. Like, not just speaking on my mother generation. Like, after my mother generation, it was still generations that cleaned their house, cooked, took their kids baths, and laid them down, and then did their thing. Like, when it was mama and daddy time, like, you was laid down in the bed, sleep, not knowing what's going on. And if you was up, you better not bring your ass down there. And you better not be looking in my mouth when I'm talking. That's how they tell you. Don't be looking in my mouth when I'm talking. Nowadays, they having a full-blown conversation right there about who shot who fucking who, and right in front of their kid. Shaking their ass in front of their kid face. Like, come on, man. Y'all think that the culture is easy to fix, and y'all gonna look at the OGs like we could fix everything. It's not gonna just take us. Like, it's gonna take women as well to stand up. Instead of just criticizing everybody and they calling motherfuckers dope heads, nobodies, losers, and broke. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't no female trying to get you and build you. Back in the days, women used to get you and build you. Like, if they really liked you, you could be broke, had nothing. They'll get you, clean you up, get you a good job, whatever, or give you a hustle, and you'll be on. They'll make you. They used to be making niggas back in the day. I done seen niggas get made, be bums their whole life, and get with a certain female, and she boom, boom, bam. Shoot them up there, man. Straight up, man. Hell yeah, because you don't want to be in no, know what I mean, dirty house. It's like, know what I mean? A man don't want to come home and ain't nothing cooked, dishes all fucked up, dirty clothes. Know what I mean? The floor ain't swept or mopped or nothing. Like, that's like irritating. Like, I grew up going to jail in the system since juvenile hall and all that. So I'm used to being clean, and not only just from doing that, it's just like that's how my mama was. When I first got up out, my main thing was to do when my feet hit the ground, boom, I had to make my bed. You make your bed up. You just got out your bed. You make your bed. You hit that bathroom. You brush your teeth. Wash your face. You don't roll over, turn on the game. These kids nowadays, they just roll over. Eyes ain't even open. They like this, turning the game on. And you know what I mean? Ain't nobody teaching them. And a lot of them, it's too late because once you hit junior high, everybody know if you've been in them streets. Once you hit junior high, it's over. Like, you like a fully grown man or a grown woman. Like, that's what you learn everything at. Like, in them junior high ages, in elementary, you still kind of sleep. But when you hit junior high, you wake your ass up because that shit, you ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice. So by the time you make high school, you already thinking. They wonder why so many crimes going on because we think fast. And when I was young, I used to think ahead of people because I hung with like some people that was older than me. That was like 3-4 years older than me. And the ones I did hang with my age, I hung with them. You know what I mean? We probably played football and threw rocks at cars and knocked on doors and ran, like that type of stuff. And then I had that older crowd that I hung with that basically taught me the game because I was, you know what I mean, going in the streets fast. Like, yeah, for real. That see, it's gonna go back to like back in the days. Like, it's what you let your kids watch because if you allow your kids to watch and listen to the things that they shouldn't be doing, that's gonna teach them about the bad part of the culture. Then you know it's a hard time pulling them off of it. But you gotta like train your kids. You gotta train their mind because you Superman to them. They look up to you. You God. You can make anything happen in their eyes. So what you got to do is cut their water off when it comes to the negativity. Like you got to choose their music for them. You know, like you a kid. You don't tell me what you gonna listen to, and you ain't gonna be in here rocking in my house playing this. Especially not my son. You're not gonna be listening to these dudes talking about all that drill rap and all that. Nah, man. And if he do decide to listen to it, then he's gonna be old enough to understand it. That's not what you do. This is just music. They're just rapping. You know, because I can't just tell him not to listen to this music, but I could teach him when I feel like he's old enough to know what's going on, and I taught him enough, then he could listen to that type of stuff. But you gotta watch what you expose to your kids, man, and the type of people you take them around. I don't want to take my son and tie no rag on his head and take him in the hood, and you want to give everybody three up top and all that. Like, never. I do not want to do that. Like, straight up, man. Man, shout out to Phoenix for sure, man. For sure. But like, I don't want my son like exposed to that type of stuff. Like, cause when he see me doing certain stuff, like, Daddy, what's that? Like, you know, I don't want to lie to him, but see this one too. That's the 2-year-old. This how fast they catching on. He'll tell me, "What's that, Dad?" I might be from the smoke or so. This trash. It's trash. So I tell him that so much to where one day I slipped and just left something and he threw it away because it's trash. I didn't get mad because it's trash. Like, you know, off top, man. Salute, man. Salute to Mustang 99. Salute to your kids, man. And, you know, I'm just here to tell you that it's not cool. Like, gang banging is like, it's poison. And the things that go on the internet and you hearing these songs, it's like things that people make up in their own head. Like, they imagine this stuff. They don't this stuff is not like real. They just trolls. Like, the internet has became different. The internet became different. Like, far as like what are they trying to show you? They showing you something that's not going on. Salute, man, to UOD, man. Salute, man. Yup, but you know, what's really going on in life is, you know, getting your life together, playing some sports, you know, staying fit, eating healthy, drink a lot of water because water is always good for you. I know everybody like drinking sodas, juices, and all that, but drink a lot of water, eat a lot of fruits, a lot of watermelon. If you a man, but kids too, but you know, just be healthy and be all you can be because following somebody else is never a good thing. It's always a bad thing because if you're not doing what you want to do and being the person that you want to be, you're not gonna attract the people that's supposed to be around you because you're being somebody that you're not. So you're attracting the people that don't even like the type of person that you are. So you're wondering why you got these friends and they act different and you can never click with them because you're faking like you're somebody. So that's how you gain those friends. But if you be yourself, you're gonna attract the right people to you. Farther your circle, your homies, your family, your friends, and you know when dudes get old enough and they get their girlfriend, you attract the right girl to you instead of attracting the wrong female. If you're trying to play tough, you're gonna attract the female that like tough guys. But if you be yourself, you're gonna attract the woman that wants the people that's like you. You have to realize, you know, education is everything, man. If you ain't out here going to school and you under the age, like you need to check yourself. You only in school a few hours. Don't nobody come outside till after that. So, you know, I used to look at it how back in the days we used to ditch and jump gates and all that, jump over the gate and go home. And our older homeboys used to catch us, and they used to give us hard body. They used to sock us up. And they used to take us back to school, walk us back up there. And back in the day, we used to get mad, and then you start not liking this certain person because this person always want to put his hands on you. But as you grow and your mind develops, you start realizing, like, this stuff ain't cool, because it comes to a time where you got to get yourself together and you got to get that high school diploma. You don't want to be looked at as no dummy. Like, you don't want people to judge you like you don't know what's going on, people to get over on you. So you got to participate in some type of schooling. And even when you're an adult, man, you got to educate yourself, man. You got to read some books. You can't be on the internet all day watching all this poison. Like, you got to educate yourself. Like, get on the internet and read up on resources and read up on certain type of books. Read the 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction, like books like that, and motivational books. It kind of wake your game up, especially when you hear a motivational speech. It wakes your game up. Like, sometimes I get up and I be feeling like, man, like I ain't even feeling it today. Like, I don't know, for some reason that be the devil on your back. Like, I ain't feeling it today. You got a pocket full of money, everything going your way, but you ain't feeling it today. Like, I just think it's something on me motivational, and turn on some motivational speech on my phone, put my headphones in, listen to it, and overthink some things, go over some things in my mind, like, because if you ain't out here giving yourself no time, like, you're gonna always be frustrated and you're gonna be mad at everybody. Like, you ain't gonna be able to participate in the activities that you're supposed to participate in, because your mind is gonna be everywhere. You gotta give yourself some time. You gotta really give yourself some time, because we all deserve it. Like, everybody should have some peace and quiet. And if you don't, and there's music all day and you got people yelling, screaming, you dealing with your own personal problems, because everybody has personal problems. I ain't talking financially, I'm talking personal problems, like personal issues going on in your situations. But yeah, what I'm trying to tell y'all, like, man, you gotta give yourself some time, get up out the streets, and I would say get your ass some hobbies, man. But make sure you chasing that money. If you out here and you got a job, try to get you a side hustle. You got to get something. You got to generate some other money. If you just working, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with it. You can get a good pay and you could be working good, but you got to have something on the side. You know what I mean? You got to let that work money or whatever, your income, take care of your living situation. But your hustle buys everything that you want. But your legit and work pay should be spent on what you need, like, straight up, for real, for real. Big Bro TV, for real. I'm telling you, you got to learn how to manage yourself. You can't just do everything with one income. You can't get everything you need and what you want off normally one income. You got to generate different incomes, you know, and you got to sacrifice putting up a savings. Like, every time you get a paycheck, put something up. You got to make sure, like, make sure your direct deposit, the bank do it automatically, whether it's $50 or $100. Just make sure they taking that every check, because you gonna buy some bullshit with it anyway. You might buy junk food all through the week, blunts, unnecessary stuff. Because when you got change in your pocket and lose dollars, you go in the store, you like, oh, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that too. Like, you gotta, know what I mean? You gotta keep it G with yourself. Like, you gotta learn how to save. Like, you gotta have something for a rainy day. Like, you can't say, damn, my car gets smacked today. You know what I mean? Salute, man. Salute, my nigga Wise Boy, man. Salute, man. Wise baby, man, for life. But yeah, but you gotta have something for a rainy day. You smack your car, and your car totaled out. You need a new car. You need a new whip. You can't be trying to stack your money and take care of yourself at the same time, not to get no whip. And you gotta have that $500 for that deductible when you get that car accident. And some of y'all got that $1,000 deductible. Like, it ain't cool because you gonna pay for it at the end. You might be like, no, I'm gonna get the $1,000 deductible so your insurance could be cheaper, but you gonna pay for it because you know it ain't never your fault. You be driving, be out, and got smacked. My last car was parked. I got out to go in the store. Somebody smacked right in the back of my car, smacked it right on the curb. Straight out, straight up, man. For real, man. I've been sitting on game my whole life, man. I've been hanging with old heads since I was a little kid. Like I jumped off the porch early. Like, let me tell you something. Like, you own your insurance, but I ain't see no man. That's a big money right there. That insurance office, man. You gonna make so much bread. You gonna make so much bread, for real. But like when I was young, I probably jumped off the porch. Like no lies, like I want to say like 9 years old. Like I was hanging out. Salute, man. Salute. Tune In Productions, man. Salute, man. Shout out to Tune In Productions, man. Make sure y'all go follow everybody, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and hit that like button while y'all in here, man. Share the live. But make sure y'all subscribe to each other, man. Cause the community I'm trying to build is like it's all on positive, but we gonna speak on everything. But at the end of the day, we gonna really talk what's really real. And I'm gonna speak on everything I feel like it needs to be spoken on, like because it's a lot of stuff going on. But like I was saying, I jumped off the porch like want to say like 9. I was running around in the projects like, and a lot of older cats took a liking to me, and I started hanging around them, like lingering around, and sometimes holding the sack. I was always short. I was little back then. When I was young, I was a little nigga. So I used to put the backpack on and had a dope sack and a pistol and bounce the ball when the police pull up. Or throw the ball up and down in the air. And they used to tell me to get on. So that was like an eye opener for me to see people actually, you know, distributing drugs and seeing all that money come in. It was like a high to me. I was like, you know what I mean? When they gave me my first little bankroll, I was like, damn, that's when I got turned out. It's going on 10. Like I started going to jail like 11 years old. Like I started going to jail early, so I learned a lot and I seen a lot, and I grew up in them days where we had no manners when we was outside. Like if everybody know what I'm talking about, like far as being like somebody from the projects, project dudes got project ways, and projects was grimy. Like, and I was one of them bad little grimy kids that was always gonna sucker punch you, foul on you, try to jack you, like, cause I seen so much. So when I started going to juvenile hall and all that, I seen a lot of dudes weren't built for that. I seen a lot of dudes cry. Like they used to be in the cell crying or getting marked out saying they weren't from nowhere. Like getting they cause back then when you used to go in your cell, you had to take your shoes and your pants off. You had to roll your pants up and put it outside your door with your shoes. That was like in Los Padrinos and LP. And dudes used to piss on your shit. Like I used to be one of them quartermasters that was gonna piss on your shoes and your clothes. So when you open your door in the morning and you pull it in and you put it on, you know what I mean? That's how we can tell if you a real dude, because any real dude gonna grab it and you smell that piss and all that, you gonna throw it back and diss a nigga dead homies up. And whoever did it gonna squabble up or they gonna be marked out. But like juvenile hall, it was crazy like growing up in there because you seen a lot of marks, and then you meet up again in the county jail, and I mean in YA before that if you really fucking up, and then you meet up in the county and you see these dudes and they fake tough, like, but you already know they gonna crack, they gonna break. If certain situations go down. So it's crazy. I jumped out the porch young though, and started going to jail young. And I get them people a lot of my time. So I done sat there. I done read a lot of books, and I always been like a bookworm. So I like to read. Always looking up how to do this, how to do that, how to do this. Go to my browse history. It's how to do this, how to do that, how to do this. Like my mind is like I want to constantly feed off the knowledge, man, straight up. But we all should be like that, man. You gotta feed the brain, feed the brain. If not, the brain just sit there like a dummy, like stuck on the old stuff that you used to. Know what I mean? That's how you start thinking like you think young minded. Like a lot of these old dudes doing what they used to do back in the days. That's because they mind never developed and became nothing like successful far as like they never completed a goal. Like you got some people living, they ain't completed not one goal in their life. Never whatsoever. Because they don't even have a faith in themselves. They always doubt in themselves. So at the end of the day, they not never gonna be like, in the right state of mind to be an adult, a proper adult. They thinking young minded. Like that's why they can't stand a relationship. They can't keep a woman. Because they always none on that young minded stuff. Oh, you out there cheating, you doing this, you doing that, or you know what I mean? If you get you something and you settle down, man. Get you a nice little tender man and sit down, settle down, man. Ain't nothing but STDs out there and bullet shells, man. So play if you want to. Straight up. Man, salute Eastside Hard. What's up, man? What's up? For real. They can't keep no woman. They can't keep no money. They can't keep a job. They can't keep. It's like because a motherfucking mind never developed. Like that's old stuff. Like people back in the days, remember we used to be like, um, we finna get faded, go out and get us some females, try to go home or something. Like when you become a certain age, like don't nobody just want to go home or something. Like you gonna go home or something, all right? You know what I mean? When she leave, it's gonna be there with you still. But yeah, life is about, you know what I mean, enjoying your life. Whatever you like doing and whatever you do, make sure you do it to the fullest. Like whatever you like doing, you just do it, man. You gotta live life and be happy. You can't live for everybody else. You can't be who they want you to be. You ain't never gonna be happy. Straight up. On everything. You gotta get that money, man. Chase that bread. Chase that bread. But like I was saying on the money issue, there's plenty of ways to skin a cat, man. Plenty of ways to get money, man. There's plenty of ways not to go to jail. Like, don't go to jail. Like, that's all I'm gonna tell you people, man. For sure, they motherfuckers shoot right out there in the public, like in the open. Like, you know why though? Because they scared. They shooting out of fear. Like, if you ever run into a pack of real dudes, they do not get into it like that. It's never gonna be like on no buster shit in front of no cameras, and you know what I mean. When you bump heads, you just gotta know when you bump into certain people, you gotta watch your surroundings and you gotta watch your way back to the car. Like nowadays, you just see it all in the store, all in, you know what I mean, in the open, like under the camera. It's reckless now. Real dudes don't get down like that. Only way that's gonna happen if I run into you and you run into me, and we already know it's either me or you. That's a different type of scenario. But when you get into like the point of when you just out there reckless and want to just shoot out all in public and throw your life away, then that's crazy. That's when it get. I mean, you don't give a fuck. You want to live around a gang of dudes. You gonna be in there Peter watching dudes that love going to jail back and forth. Like it gotta be something wrong with them. They like being around a lot of men because I don't know nobody that just like going to motherfucking jail. Yeah, the drugs for real. Cause they be high as a kite doing all this stuff and wake their ass up in that holding tank, that stanky ass holding tank. When you gotta use that toilet paper for your pillow. You know what I mean? You got stanky bums in there and smell like feet and ass in that motherfucker, man. I can't see how people be so desperate to go back to jail, man. Like ain't nothing in there but them dirty ass hallways, Freeway Freddy, and all you gonna hear niggas saying, stores here. You gonna hear that shit coming way from down the aisle. Stores here. And they get the rolling that raggedy ass bin in that motherfucker. And you buying them $1.19 soups. You know what I mean? You thinking soups is steak. You know what I mean? On the street, soups ain't nothing. Like you don't even want to eat a soup on the street. In jail, it's like steak. You in there spending all the money on soups, on everything. Niggas be on there broke on soup. And the bologna sandwich, man. The hot meat. It's the hot meat, man. They be having that red pack of meat. They gonna give you the pack of bread with the pack of meat, and you gonna get that juice that be dyeing your whole insides. That shit like straight dye. Like you drink that shit, that little juice, the little red one or the orange one. That shit probably paint your whole insides. Whatever color you drinking, it's painting you. That purple one, oh, that shit tastes like that old school cough medicine. Niggas be in there killing them. Back to back. Bam, you gonna eat that sandwich? Hell no, I ain't finna eat that sandwich. You know what I mean? I always went in like I always grew up like don't eat nothing these motherfuckers eat. Only thing I was eating before stove was peanut butter sandwiches. Working out hard on everything. I ain't touching none of that county food. And man, them trays they be having rat dookie on it. They bring you trays, the tray dirty. They ain't washing them when they running it through the water. You know how many trays is at the wash? Them people that work back there is inmates. So ain't nobody finna wash all them dishes, all them trays that came back. Man, there's too many inmates in there that got a tray. You think they washing them trays, man? They going like this with a rag and they just running it through. You eating off the next nigga plate. And what I used to always think about, I used to be like, everybody so racist in jail and politicking and got their own shit going. But guess what? Y'all all eating off the same plates. And on top of that, they ain't washing them, so y'all all eating off the same plates. Like, so you saying don't eat after you know what I mean, another race. If they give it to you, you gotta be closed. Like, you know, it's too many politics in jail. Like, it's like crazy, man. Like, and people want to keep going back and smelling feet. I don't know. I ain't been in there lately, so they said the motherfuckers is wearing them shower shoes. Fuck, they got nigga walk around in shower shoes. But I ain't trying to see the county jail. I don't even like looking at the county jail bus when it pass by. Like all that stuff right there, just that shit make me sick in the stomach, man. Cause you know what you about to smell when you go in that motherfucker. Salute, man. Salute, Mike Harvey. Salute, Mike Harvey. But yeah, the county jail is somewhere where you don't need to be trying to go. Like sometimes even when certain situations come, I look at the person and be like, and I be like, you know what, man, I'll catch you on the rebound, straight up, cause some shit just ain't worth it. But I don't get that energy. Like when I'm out, like I know a lot of people. Like I did a lot of time, and I've been in the streets for a long time, so I be running into people. It be all laughs, even when it be enemies. Sometimes, like it be like remember this, remember that. You know what I mean? I went to school with majority of my enemies. That's considered enemies, like far as what side of the tracks we live on. But yeah, I run into a lot of people. It's a lot of positive older cats too in Watts though. It's a lot of positive older cats, man. And we be trying to pull shit together. So we just basically waiting on more people because like I said, it take more than a few, more than a handful. It's a big old gang culture out here, man. That squad and car shit, that county jail. And then they don't strip search them no more, so I don't think they do that shit no more. I remember when you used to leave and they search you and all that. When you first get there, they do that bullshit. That's the worst. When everybody's standing right there and you take all your shit off and you gotta shake everything in their face. You standing next to each other in line like all that shit kicking up and feces and all type of shit. Niggas' feet look like critters and all that, like creepy crawlers and everything. That county jail, that shit nasty, man. And then they put you in a small holding tank. That holding tank that's like where the shoes was to give you the shoes at, and it's like small as a bathroom, and they stuff like 20 y'all in there, asshole naked, straight up, and it be so close, and you better hope it ain't no bum in your pack, cause man, that whole holding tank gonna be lit, everybody in there butt naked. Shit, you gotta be 45 years old. You go to the county and being an old man doing. I'm about to hit 40. I hit 40 this year. So guess what? I still got to deal with the stanky feet and all that, and I'm not trying to deal with none of that. I'm not trying to even see jail. When they pulled me over, I rolled my window down like that much. You know why? Because I ain't got no probation, no parole. I got license, insurance, registration. Roll my window down like that much. I don't blow in my car, so my car don't smell like nothing but good shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, county jail is horrible. Like horrible. Like from the shower part, from when you get out of your clothes and they put you in that shower part and that dirty ass staffy floor, all them feces floating around. And then if you've been on them like 2,000 floors and all that 3,000 floors, you already know when they pop that cell early in the morning, 3 in the morning, 3:30, 4 in the morning, and they pop the cell for you to, and everybody got to jump on the freeway and go jump in the shower. And the water is like this high in that motherfucker already, past your ankles. That's nasty. That's nasty. And this old water because the drains are so clogged up with feces and other shit that it's nasty. Like you might well bird bath. You gonna step your feet and all that feces, like go right back in your cell with staff. I'm 52 years old, man. 52 years on everything. But I done had some cold experiences in there, like to where it be like dudes come in there and they don't shower, like they just be stinking. For real. And they just think they gonna get away with not taking a shower. Like, nigga, you are not gonna be right here. 2,800. What about what's that? What 27? What 28, 2,700? The day room when they had the day rooms popping, when they had the hole down there. And look, I'm telling you a story. Like we was in there. I think it was 2,700 day room. It's right down from the hole. We look to the right. It's the hole. You hear them all in their cells talking all that bullshit. And it was a gay dude that went to the hole, and he used to sing Alicia Keys that I keep on falling. And they used to be real gang bangers, real dudes getting up on the thing. every time that motherfucker was singing. Listening to a punk sing, like, straight up. That 2700 day room was cold because that day room was small, but it was like packed with a gang of people in there on everything. It was wild. When I hit the county and shit, you had Crips, DP, and Bloods, DP, and Crips. Niggas didn't know. Young niggas was wild in there, boy. We was in there squabbling hard. Now it done became to where they's like damn PC now. These dudes in PC because most of the gangs got their own dorms. That's why when I was hitting the jail and they started doing that, you want to go with your homies? No, send me where I'm supposed to go. You know what I mean? We moving on God time. Even though I'm in jail, we gonna move on God time. Whatever experience he wanted me to experience, then send me over there, wherever you gonna send me. I end up with my homies eventually, but send me where I'm supposed to go. Salute, man. Salute. Salute, man. Salute to New Jersey, man. Newark, New Jersey, man. You already know. Power off. But yeah, it's like that shit crazy. But I've been my ass out. I think I'm going on 7 years being out. That's the longest I ever been out, man. Straight up. That's the longest I ever been out, man. Salute to everybody, man. Salute. Salute to everybody. You know what I mean? I'm just in here popping it for a minute. Been in here talking that real shit. We talking about, started off with people on the internet. They got a voice, but in the streets, they really don't got a voice. They not respected. Like nobody falls behind them. Nobody's gonna come save them. And you know what I mean? They get on the internet and they putting all this poison out there and they shooting this bullshit to the youth. So I start feeling some type of way about the situation because I see a lot of people out here that shouldn't be on here saying the things that they saying. And it's negative, so to top it off, you can't even be on here talking like that. Like I said, a lot of people got an answer. They got an answer to it. But yeah. And then it spiraled into like a whole lot of shit, man. We start talking about women in the gang culture. Like, what's their purpose? What's your purpose of staying a gang banger? What is your purpose, ladies? Like, I know I don't want to wake up with no gang banging ass broad every day. Don't nobody want to wake up to no gang banging broad every day. Female that can't cook, don't clean, want to smoke every blunt you fire up. They want to hit the bottle. They want to listen to you talk to your homies. They can't stand their place. They out there calling niggas out their names and disrespecting men and putting you in a situation to where you got to defend a dumb broad. Straight up. The war right now in the street is like, it spiraled out of control, like, because it went beyond just the gang culture. Like, now it's like certain people that associate themselves with different people. Like, we could take it for like when Draco the ruler, like how he went at a lot of people and who he placed himself around really made him like a target to certain people. So it's like the war is crazy because it got people in it that shouldn't be in it now. And the youth don't know no better. So guess what they doing? They running around doing all this reckless shit. And ain't nobody really respecting each other. Ain't nobody looking up to their OGs because a lot of their OGs done got high with them and did bullshit with them, did everything with them besides shoot them some game and show a nigga some real nigga shit. Straight up, like I don't see too many older cats out there like really spitting that real shit. They still trying to look young, like they still want to make it seem like they out there. Like they get a girl and they be in their late 30s and they be yeah, I'm out there with the homies. I'm in the hood every day. Like if you in the hood every day, something wrong with you. Because it's a million and one things that you could be doing, and you ain't gonna find it in the hood. You know, you give your hood your time, you're gonna be doing time, and you gonna be doing time. All your memories gonna be in your hood, and you're gonna realize that it wasn't worth it. Like you got to get out and venture out. You can't stay stuck in the box, man. And it's crazy because now, like you said, the gang wars. It's like they kicking over the candles now. They, you know what I mean, crossing out niggas' names, writing on the mirrors, destroying mirrors. Like they, the culture got messed up. Like the things that people are doing now couldn't get away with it back in the days because they would have got checked by their own homies. And not only that, you would have already been dead. Like they would have already came and got you. Like back in the days, they really came and got you. Now they get on social media. I'm right here. I'm in your hood. 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning in somebody's hood. I'm in your hood. I'm in your hood. That's what they do right now, man. That's all everybody doing. Like ain't nobody really doing no real pull-ups, and then you could tell they really don't want to do nothing because they wouldn't be getting on the internet faking like they looking for people and beefing with certain individuals. Like I just did a reaction on them getting caught slipping in the hood. They trolling and they came back. They had a pistol, but the good thing about it, they didn't do nothing because they was under camera. Like they had a gas station, so it's like you could troll all you want. One day you're gonna be somewhere where they don't got cameras and they gonna get to your ass. Straight up. Like it ain't even really a gang war, to be honest. It's just a gang of motherfuckers running around doing some stupid shit. Because gang wars, like little do a lot of people know, a lot more people die when it become like gang wars, like because it's like every other day or every day somebody getting shot at. And sometimes it's 2, 3 times a day. That's what a gang war is. Now it's like people just getting killed reckless. Just out here exposing themselves on the internet and setting themselves up, you know what I mean, to be a target. But it ain't too many people gonna tell y'all what I tell y'all, man. Like I just felt like I should start telling y'all. I was like letting shit go on, start seeing shit, and I start doing reactions, and then I start paying attention to YouTube, and I start seeing all these dudes that was talking, and like they was like a ghost in my mind though. I was like, I ain't never seen none of these cats. I ain't never seen none of them like in no county jail, no juvenile hall, no camp, no YA, no prison. No, I ain't seen them on the streets. I ain't seen them when we was all on trains and buses. I ain't seen none of these cats that be popping all that high power stuff. It's a few of them that's respected, and I probably ran across them a few times, and it might have been while I was in jail. But majority of these cats, like I don't know where they came from. For real. A lot of them, it's just clout. A lot of them just be trying to get a buzz and become a big YouTuber. So they start really, they don't know how to be a man and get at you and see if you up for the play. Instead of just, they'll just get on here and make a review about you or a reaction on your video and talk crazy because they know people gonna pay attention to that type of stuff. But that type of stuff spills over to the streets, because like I don't get on here and be no troll, or even when trolls say something to me, it's rare, but when they do, if it's worth it a response, I respond to it. But if not, guess what I'm gonna do? Like, because you don't matter, your opinion really don't matter to me. Like, so you know what I'm gonna do? All I'm gonna do is block you. Like, ain't nobody gonna miss your view because you watched it for a reason, or know what I mean? And you gonna keep watching and watching and watching if I don't block you anyway. So it's letting you know that I'm spitting some real positive, real shit to you. And if you go against the type of stuff I'm spitting, then something wrong with you. If you troll me, something wrong with you. Because I'm spitting game on here. I'm spitting facts. I'm speaking the truth. And besides that, I'm really out here too. I'm not just no YouTuber. Like, I'm really out here. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say too much, but you can troll if you want. But trolling is never a good thing. I keep trying to tell people, like, don't. And I base those type of examples off myself. Like, certain people that do certain stuff to certain people, like, I'm not gonna get on here and tell you when I catch you or what I'm gonna do to you. Like, you know what I mean? Unless I'm telling you to tap in. But I'm not about to get on here and threaten nobody and tell nobody what I'm gonna do. It's just all you gotta do is set your play up. And when you set your play up, I'm gonna execute the plan. Straight up. It's like trolls, man. I don't know. They just think they gonna get clout, man. They gonna think they gonna get views, but you gonna get all that. You gonna get the views. You're not gonna get the clout because everybody know what you doing. But when you get caught in the streets, yeah, you gonna get that shit. Know what I mean? They gonna put it on your ass, man. And you gonna be on a t-shirt, or you gonna be beat up on the internet. You know what I mean? For opening up your mouth and faking like you tough. Like, 'cause they will catch up with you. And when they catch up with you, they gonna do some stuff to you, man. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Like, cause a lot of this stuff these people be saying on here, I be like, damn, they getting away with murder right now. And they don't know, like, when these people catch you, things gonna get done to you, man. Then everybody wanna get paid to fight. Like, if you in the street, just regular, ain't nobody finna wait on no fights. Set this up and pay. Like, why get paid for what a man got to do? But if you can get a bag out of it, get a bag out of it. But if it's serious as these people be putting it, they be smutting each other, saying he ain't this, he ain't that. He's a mark. He don't go to his hood. All type of like situations come up, and you want to get paid to defend that. Like, I find something highly wrong with that. Because if you popping all that stuff and you saying it towards me, I'm not looking, oh, let's find a promoter to fight. Like I said, I probably don't even respond. I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? I know where to pull up, I know where you at. Because you expose yourself enough, you go live enough. And it's a small world. When you meet these, you know what I mean, people that be going high power on the internet, and it's always somebody like, I know that nigga, man, that nigga live. I just found out somebody live the other day. You know that nigga live right there in back of me. Who? Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. I'm just saying, like, just people that be on YouTube, like, but not saying nothing to me, but I'm saying people that they just be that close to you, to where you like, damn, you don't even know what you're getting yourself into. You involved yourself in a full-fledged gang war. Now you in the gang war because you posting shit. Facts, man. That's the best thing I could ever do is help the youth, man. Is give my knowledge in my game, everything that I experience. I could take all the positive out of all that negative, you know what I mean? And tell a story, like, It's like, but like I was saying, like a lot of these bloggers too, though. I'm just saying, a lot of these pages. I'm gonna make a review on it too. A lot of these pages, they be rooting on some stuff that they shouldn't root on, and some footage they shouldn't be showing, and some things they shouldn't be saying, and they don't know. And the reason why I'm saying that, not just from my point of view, or just telling you not to do it, but if you do that and you choose to do that, you have to answer to that, man. Because if somebody got a homeboy and something got done to him in the game culture, and you posting him getting kicked all in the head and all type of stuff, you making a review and you laughing, the reaction to it or something, when they see you, they gonna treat you just like you was the one kicking their homeboy, man. Straight up. A lot of you bloggers is that y'all entering danger zone for yourself. Like, you know what I mean? It's certain shit to be posted, and there's certain shit you shouldn't be posted just for your own safety. Not for my personal reason, but for your safety. Like I don't involve myself in certain politics. If it don't fall in my bracket, I ain't speaking on it. I don't care what it is. I'm not gonna speak on it. But when it fall into the category of what I'm in, then yeah, I'm gonna speak on it. Especially if you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, or you trying to be somebody that you not. You know, like we went to WAC 100. Like we got that resolved fast because at the end of the day, remember we are in the streets, and if everybody know about my section, we go to plenty of concerts. And they know from the summer jam we fuck up concerts, and we run into you and you don't answer to us and you try to troll us, and we run into you at a concert or something. Ain't gonna be nothing to explain, nothing to talk about, nigga. It's just gonna be nothing but feet, hands and foot, straight to your face. So on that note, like that's why certain people clean certain shit up and it disappears because I'm not trying to social media chase you. And I'm not going to social media chase you. I'm not finna text you. Straight up. Because that's all evidence on yourself. Like texting people, telling them what you're going to do, or resolving the issue through text. You know what I mean? It's always evidence of who got into it with somebody. But yeah, you're not finna troll my section. And I'm not finna go back and forth with nobody on the internet. Straight up. And only thing I'm gonna do is politic on it. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna let it be known that I see you in my own little way. But if I'm really into it with somebody like that, I wouldn't be on here mentioning their name like, oh whoopty whoop, oh I want to fight whoopty whoop, I want to, you know what I mean? Like if you really want to do something to somebody, you're not gonna be on here exposing game that, you know what I mean? I'm beefing with this cat. I'm just saying like the youth gotta wake up, and some of these old cats gotta wake up too. Like straight up, I done said it all. Like if they older and they off dope, you are not in the right mind to make any decisions or be nobody big homie. Straight up. Because if you need something that powerful to function and be yourself, then yeah, you mentally ill. Maybe you need to get some help. Maybe you need to go to the mental office or something. Go check yourself in a mental home and get evaluated. Like let them look at you and figure out what's wrong with you. Because a lot of these people grew up in fucked up households and watched their parents off drugs and watched domestic violence in their home and got abused, been touched on. It's all type of stuff that people don't deal with, and they keep it bottled in, and they start doing drugs. And somebody once said, you can't point your finger at a person that's addicted to drugs. But I said that's wrong because you can. Because everybody has a sense of humor, their own mind, and we all have hands, feet, you got eyes, you got a nose, you got everything everybody else got. So if you choose to go out doing drugs and you get sprung out, that's on yourself, man. Because drugs be having them so high, they think about everything. You could hear a crackhead talking about outer space and some science shit, like straight up. They turn to scientists when they get high. Start telling you about some stuff, hacking into everything. Like, so you can't tell me that you're not intelligent enough to leave drugs alone to know that's fucking you up. And if you choose to keep doing it, then don't look at everybody else like we the wrong people for pointing at you and laughing at you. Because guess what? I'ma laugh. Straight up. It ain't funny in certain situations. But in a normal situation, you a normal person and I know you, I'ma laugh. I'm gonna want you to feel uncomfortable around me. I'm gonna want you to really get your shit together. So I'm not gonna sit there and act like, oh, I ain't seen you in a minute, shake your hand and glorify that. Man, what's up? What happened to you? I'm gonna laugh. And everybody with me gonna laugh. So you gonna get it together. One way or the other, or you gonna stick around the people that keep poisoning your mind. But yeah, this live gonna officially come to an end, man. I gotta get on my father duties. I'm gonna keep it 100. I gotta go get my kids from daycare, man. Straight up. That's what happens when you outgrow the BS. Like, I'm able to sit here and say, I'm going to pick my kids up from daycare, man. Instead of sitting there saying, my court date coming up. I wonder how much time I'm going to get. Or, shit, I'm lost. I'm on drugs. I don't know where my kids at. I'm blessed and was thankful, you know what I mean, for Allah giving me the strength to be who I am and go through the things that I went through. And I accept everything that he sent me through because he give all his battles to the strongest ones. And that let me know I was one of the strongest ones. So I want to salute that. And I want to salute my trials and tribulations. Like, I want to salute all that. And, I just want to say, if your mama living, hug your mama. Tell her you love her, man. Spend some time with her. Do some nice things for her. If you got your dad, your father in your life, you got your father in your life, I mean, cherish your father. Be there for your father. Love your father. Listen to your father because he's not going to tell you nothing wrong. A father is always going to try to steer you in the right way because he's teaching you off his mistakes, especially if he knows a lot of things because he's been out here. He's trying to tell you to do something different because he don't want you to go through the same things that he went through. And if you got a stepdad out here that's really not your father, you need to take your hat off and salute him and respect him as well because it takes a hell of a man to raise somebody else, son or daughter. But real men become, family when they meet a woman and they have a kid already. You accept them. You know what I mean? So, like I said, hug your mama, hug your father, kiss your granny on the cheek, man. Tell her you love her. Because you don't know when it's your last day or when it's going to be the last day for your family members to be around you. And just want to tell y'all, it's different when you don't got your parents. Like, especially like your father or your mother. Life is different when you don't have both of them in your life at one time. But if you blessed to just have one and have the other in two separate homes, just be blessed for the knowledge and still have the love. You know what I mean? You gotta embrace it, like straight up. So On that note, man, watch your motherfucking surroundings. Make sure you paying attention, man. Make sure you got some life insurance. Make sure you paying that car note if you got a car note. Make sure you keep your insurance paid up, man. And make sure you keep that savings. Put something to the side for a rainy day, man. And make sure you weeding out the weak that's in your pack. To follow the leaders, the yes man, the yes sir, yes ma'am type of people. Make sure you weed them out. Make sure you surround yourself with some solid folks. Take care of them kids. Take care of yourself at first hand, because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody else. And that's facts for your ass. So love yourself so you can love somebody else. Because if you don't love yourself, it's impossible to love somebody else. You can have love for them, you can fall in love, but you're not properly loving that person because you're not loving yourself. So you don't know the real definition of love if you don't love yourself, because you have to care about yourself, man. Straight up. But yeah, cherish your parents, cherish your family, watch your surroundings, keep doing what y'all doing. Know what I mean? God gonna make a way for you. Whatever you got going, it's gonna fall through. It might take some time, but yeah, it's gonna fall through. And it takes time sometimes when you want to reach certain goals. So sometimes you got to jump over hurdles and make small goals just to get to that one big goal. That's where a lot of people go wrong at. That's what I'm gonna leave you with. A lot of people be like, I want to do this, but in order to do this or get here or have this, you got to have a few more goals at the bottom to build yourself up to get there. And it first start with self-discipline. Straight up. If you don't discipline yourself, who gonna discipline you? Who gonna tell you something? That's why everybody walk around. Now ain't nobody tell me nothing. I do what I want. You right. You do what you want because you ain't even doing what you really want to do. So you just doing what you want to do. You hurting yourself as well. You telling them, know what I mean? Somebody probably telling you to do something positive or something right. You don't want to do it. It's like when your parents was telling you, go to school, do this, do your homework, clean up. You didn't want to do it. But when you grew up, you figured it out. Shit, I should have did it. It wasn't nothing wrong with mama was telling me or my daddy telling me, don't do this. Don't go down there. They going to beat your ass. Straight up. You going to go to jail. But yeah, with that being said, man, I salute all y'all, man. Make sure y'all stay positive and stay away from these bad people, man. Keep your energy high. Keep them bad energy people away, man. That negative energy, the ones that want to talk about everybody and be on some BS, man, weed them out your life, man. Because don't nobody want to sit up and gossip about nobody. We want to sit up and talk about how much money we going to get and how many plugs we can make. And, you know, how much knowledge did you learn today? Teach me something. Because that's what I want to do. I want to talk to somebody right now after I pick my kids up that's going to tell me something that I don't know. Straight up. So with that being said, know what I mean? Salute to all y'all. Know what I mean? All love and respect.